I'm Kyle Ballard. I'm head of accelerators. We facilitate several different accelerators for different industrial clusters from BMA, of course. But specifically today, we're speaking about the Durban Chemicals Cluster Accelerator.
Yeah. Morning. How are you, Kyle?
Yeah, good, thanks. Good, thanks.
It's nice to have you here today. Thank you for giving us your time. As you had mentioned that we'll be speaking about the Durban Chemical Cluster Business Accelerator that we recently held, the Dragon's Den to be specific, that was on the 2nd of November in Durban. Can you tell us a bit more about that event? Sounds really exciting.
Yeah, sure. So the Accelerator is a program that we facilitate, which is designed to connect big companies with small companies. And the Dragon's Den is one of our high-profile events where it is really a platform for those small businesses to speak to those customers, to really present themselves, to pitch literally to those customers and show them what value they bring to the table for those customers. So that's what the Dragon's Den was about, and it really was fantastic to be a part of.
Sounds really cool. So you moved from having 58 entries, chopped it to 28, and it was 13, and then it moved to a certain business winning. Am I correct? Can you tell us a bit more about that process? What is the criteria?
Sure, no problem. So the initial screening is really confirming that the size of the companies and the nature of what product or service they offer is aligned to what the customers are looking for. So we have several customers that are part of the cluster who are participating in this accelerator, and they're looking for quite specific products and services. And so out of those 58 or so that we had applied, we had to work through those to work out which ones had the strongest chance of being able to supply these customers. And then so from there, we facilitated a capacity building session, which was another stage of screening as well. The point of that was most of the small businesses, they may be good at what they do in terms of producing the product or offering the service that they have, but struggle to articulate their value proposition to a customer. And so that capacity building session is specifically focused on that. So how do you convey what high potential and competencies that you may have within your business to a customer? First, clarify it for yourself, perhaps, and then how do you communicate that really succinctly? They only then have 10 minutes after that session to in the Dragon's Den on the stage to be able to present. So those 13 that you mentioned, 13 made it through to have the chance to present to those customers. And over that time, we were really just screening again for the same based on the same criteria. Really, what are those customers looking for? And then yes, all 13 in a way are able to win a much bigger prize, which is procurement or sales from those big customers. But on the event, we also awarded the best business case to clear. They were just really concise and clear in their own understanding of what their value proposition is, and communicated it well and resonated well with the customers, which was fantastic to see. So yeah, it was really privileged to be part of it. Yeah.
Amazing. Speaking of the winners being clear, what direct impact do you foresee from the entire incubation, Dragon's Den, etc., the money that's been plowed onto the business? Because we do know that South Africa struggles with unemployment, a huge unemployment rate. What does that mean for the company?
Yeah, so it's very exciting. Already several of the customers have been in contact with Clear to scope for work to deliver to those customers. So they're in the quoting stage at the moment and working out what exactly needs to be delivered. So it's only been a few weeks since the event, and already those customers are really eager to procure services from them. So that, I mean, the scale of the projects already, just with one of the customers that I'm speaking of, would probably be close to doubling that company, which is fantastic. So the growth is going to be enormous. And that's just one of the several customers who are excited. And now with the coverage that they're getting on various media platforms, a lot of other customers are getting interested in them as well. So yeah, really exciting to see growth. And part of the responsibility we have now as an accelerator is to support that company now. The first objective is to secure market access or confirm commercial opportunities to access sales, right? But once you land that, now with growth in a company, with growth comes complexity. And so how do you manage complexity? How do you reduce complexity even within a business as they scale and grow? So that's really now the phases we're going into with all 13 of those businesses, but especially with someone like Clear, who's going to be experiencing a lot of growth now. So
incredible. And the year is coming to an end. We look forward to 2023. And I know it's an annual event, so there will be a 2023 edition. How can people who are interested in entering become involved?
Yeah, thanks. So the best way would be to have a look on the Durban Chemicals Cluster website. And there's an application form there you can have a look through and apply now already for the next round. On there'll be various flyers and information packs with contact details as well if you want to ask some more questions. The email address is accelerators@bmanalysts.com, and so that's another way you can get in contact with us. But usually all the contact details are on that the information packs and so on. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much, Kyle. That marks the end of our conversation. Appreciate your time.
Pleasure. Yeah, it's great to be here. Thanks very much.